Imagine this. Someone insults you in front of everyone. Your heart races. Your mind goes blank. You walk away defeated. And then, 3 hours later in the shower, the perfect comeback hits you. But it's too late. You've already lost. What if I told you that the most powerful people in the world, politicians, CEOs, celebrities, they never have this problem. They have a secret weapon.
Wow.
A psychological toolkit that makes them untouchable. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how they do it. By the end of this video, you'll never lose an argument again. Stay with me. The psychology of power. Let's start with a truth that most people don't want to hear. Arguments are not about facts. They're about power. They're about who controls the frame, who controls the emotions, and who walks away looking stronger. Think about the last political debate you watched. Did the winner have better facts? Maybe. But more importantly, they had better body language, better timing, and they made their opponents look weak. That's the game. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's a concept in psychology called the frame. Whoever sets the frame wins the argument. If someone accuses you of being lazy and you start defending how hard you work, guess what? They've already won. Because now you're operating inside their frame. You're playing their game. The masters of psychological warfare? They never defend. They reframe. They redirect. They make you question yourself instead. And that's exactly what we're going to learn today. The reverse attack. Mirror their toxicity. All right, technique number 1, the reverse attack. This is brutally effective, and I'll show you why. Here's how it works. When someone attacks you, most people either get defensive or aggressive. Both are losing strategies. Instead, you're going to do something completely unexpected. You're going to use their exact weapon against them. Let me give you a real-world example. Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan was doing an interview when the reporter kept calling him Salman, which is another actor's name. She did it multiple times. Now, most celebrities would either correct her politely or get annoyed. But Khan? He's a psychological genius. He waited. And then, when it was his turn to respond, he deliberately called her Deepika instead of her real name, Lipika. He mirrored her mistake perfectly. And here's the genius part. He didn't explain it. He didn't say, "See how it feels?" He just did it and moved on. The reporter immediately realized how disrespectful she'd been. But Khan didn't need to say a word. The mirror did all the work. That's the power of the reverse attack. You trap them in their own behavior without losing your composure. This works in everyday life, too. If someone interrupts you constantly, start interrupting them. If someone shows up late to your meetings, be late to theirs. If someone uses sarcasm against you, throw it right back, but calmly, with a smile. They'll get the message without you needing to explain anything. The power of not caring. Now, let's talk about something even more powerful. The art of not caring. And I don't mean actually not caring. I mean appearing like you don't care. There's a massive difference. Here's the psychology. When someone insults you, What do they want? They want to see you rattled. They want to see anger, frustration, or hurt in your eyes. That's their reward. That's why they did it. So what happens when you deny them that reward? They break. They lose all their power. Because now they're standing there, having thrown their best punch, and you're just smiling. Or worse, you're laughing. Not in a nervous way, in a genuinely amused way. Like they just told a joke that wasn't even that good. I'll give you another real example. During a press conference, a reporter tried to embarrass a CEO by asking a loaded question designed to make him look bad. The CEO paused, smiled, and said, "That's cute." And then he moved on to the next question. The reporter looked like a fool. Why? Because the CEO's reaction said, "Your opinion is so irrelevant to me that I'm not even going to engage with it." This technique requires practice because your instinct is to defend yourself. But remember, when you defend, you give their words importance. When you dismiss with calm confidence, you show that their words have no power over you. Here's where things get really interesting. This next technique is called accept and counter, and it's used by some of the most skilled psychological operators in the world. The concept is simple but devastating. Instead of denying an accusation, you accept it, and then you spin it into a strength. You rewrite the entire narrative. Let me give you a powerful example. India's Prime Minister, Modi, was once threatened by a political opponent who said, "In 6 months, your body will be beaten so badly you won't be able to stand." This is a direct threat of physical violence. So how did Modi respond? Did he get angry? Did he call security? No. He smiled and said, "I appreciate the 6-month timeline. That gives me plenty of time to increase my yoga practice and do more sun salutations. My body will be even stronger by then, so I'll be ready for whatever comes." Genius. He took a threat and turned it into an opportunity to showcase his discipline, his calmness, and his physical fitness. He accepted the premise but rewrote the conclusion. The opponent looked like an idiot, and Modi looked like a leader. You can use this in everyday situations too. Someone says you're too quiet? Say, "Yeah, I prefer to listen and observe before I speak. That's how I avoid saying stupid things." Someone says you're too aggressive? Say, "I prefer the term decisive. I don't waste time when I know what needs to be done." See the pattern? You're not denying, you're reframing. Now I'm going to give you 4 quick psychological formulas that you can use immediately. These are field-tested and devastatingly effective. Formula 1. The stare. When someone insults you, don't say anything. Just stare at them. Hold eye contact for 3 to 5 seconds. Don't blink, don't smile, don't react. Just stare. This creates an incredibly awkward silence that forces them to realize how stupid they sound. Most people will backtrack or try to explain themselves. You've already won. Formula 2. The continuous workflow. If someone tries to bait you into an argument, completely ignore them and keep doing whatever you were doing. Don't look at them. Don't acknowledge them. Treat them like they're invisible. This communicates that they're not even important enough to interrupt your day. They'll get frustrated and leave. You win by never entering the ring. Formula 3. The name gaffe. If someone you don't respect insults you, deliberately mispronounce their name, then correct yourself and ask a dismissive question like, "Oh, sorry, what were you saying? I wasn't really paying attention." This signals that they're so unimportant to you that you can't even remember their name correctly. Brutal, but effective. Formula 4. The wellness check. If a friend or colleague insults you, respond with concern. "Okay, I hear you, but are you okay? You don't usually talk like this. Is something wrong?" This completely reframes their insult as a symptom of their own problems, not a reflection of you. Now they're on the defensive, and you look like the mature, caring person. These 4 formulas work because they break the expected pattern. People expect you to defend or attack. When you do neither, when you do something completely unexpected, they short-circuit. Here's something most people miss. Your words are only 10% of the battle. The other 90% is how you deliver them. Your body language, your tone, your timing. These are what actually win arguments. Let me break this down. First, speak slowly. Rapid talking signals nervousness. It makes you look defensive. Slow, deliberate speech signals authority. Think about every powerful person you've ever seen speak. Obama, Morgan Freeman. They pause. They take their time. They make you wait for their words. That's power. Second, the power of the pause. Before you deliver your comeback, stop for 1 full second. Smile slightly. Then speak. This pause does 2 things. It makes you look completely in control, and it makes your next words hit even harder because everyone's waiting for them. Third, your posture. Stand or sit like you own the room. Lean back slightly. Keep your hands visible and relaxed. Maintain steady eye contact. Not aggressive, but unwavering. And here's the secret. Act slightly bored. Like this entire argument is beneath you. Like you're doing them a favor by even engaging. This subtle boredom is more intimidating than anger ever could be. Remember, people can sense confidence before you even speak. When you walk into a room with this energy, most conflicts never even start. Because people instinctively know this person cannot be rattled. So here's the truth. Winning arguments isn't really about clever comebacks. It's about building an invisible aura of confidence that makes people think twice before challenging you. It's about knowing your value so deeply that an insult only makes you smile and think, "Is that all you've got?" Practice these techniques. Use them in small situations first. Watch how people's reactions change. Watch how they start treating you differently. Because once you master psychological dominance, you don't just win arguments, you avoid them entirely. People simply won't try you anymore. And that is true power. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments. And remember, stay dangerous, stay calm, stay in control.